The quarterfinals match between Alex Lanier and Loh Kean Yew at the 2024 Denmark Open was one of the best matches we have watched recently. Both players showed exemplary skills and adaptations that pushed each other to the limits, with a lot of back and forth. It was a match that ultimately ended in Alex Lanier's victory through a slight edge in mental and physical prowess. But let's talk about the skills and strategies first. Both players had specific goals in mind throughout the match. For Alex, his goal was to set himself up for winners by using a lot of deceptions in the front court. For Loh, he played a style to prevent Alex from using those front court deceptions by often pushing Alex to the back and using fast blocks and drives. Let's break down Alex's strategy first. The great thing about this match is that we could hear what Alex's coach tells him at the intervals and see how Alex follows the feedback.
Understand that when he lifts a little bit short, you want to hammer. I understand. But from outside, I see that he wants it, yeah? So, yeah, that first one, like a little bit not full power, then you are in a controlling position, then you can create from the front also. And then when he gets used a little bit to your softer shots, then you can go.
As you just watched, Alex's coach wanted him to focus less on trying to win off strong smashes in the backcourt and play more variations to ultimately set himself up for wins from the front court. If you guys watched our most recent video on why you should practice deceptions, you'll understand that these pro players will almost never make a mistake unless you break their rhythm. This was what Alex did very well in this match. Many of his points came from his deceptive pace changes in the front court that broke Loh's rhythm and caused him to play lower quality shots that Alex capitalized on.
A little sort of clip across court. The same height.
But despite Alex winning, we actually think Loh Kean Yew had the better strategy and adaptations. Here's why. In our last video, many of you asked about how to counter players with a lot of deceptions. Loh's adaptations against Alex in the Denmark Open quarterfinals is a good example. Seeing how Alex wanted to play the front court more using deceptions, Loh opted to play a box style where he played many flatter pushes, fast blocks, and drives that made it difficult for Alex to play deceptions.
I'll change that.
You can see that even though Loh is the one playing defense, it's Alex who's under more pressure and exhaustion. When you increase your shot speed, it makes it difficult for your opponent to play deceptions. Think about it this way. How often does an equally skilled opponent play a deception off your drive? Probably once in a while by luck. Just watch Alex's responses to Loh's quick shots. It's usually just a block or drive back. Couple this with flatter, fast pushes that reduce the angles that Alex can play at. And Loh has the strategy that completely negates what Alex was trying to accomplish this game.
It's gone wide.
Now, there is one problem with Loh's strategy. Although he has effectively restricted Alex's ability to play deceptions, he doesn't have options to set himself up for the attack. This is why some of the rallies often felt stalemated, where Loh was just playing defense until whoever made the mistake first. And unfortunately for Loh, he was the one that was more inconsistent on that day. One thing we would have liked to see Loh do more often is remember his excellent net play and look to punish Alex's soft blocks. Yes, typically when you block far, you want to prepare for a push. Alex, however, was very good with his timing and didn't give Loh many opportunities to attack by netting back. We would have liked to see Loh sacrifice a little bit of the backcourt in return for more control at the net. Throughout this match, it did seem like Loh's spin nets, cross nets, and brushes were much better than Alex's. We can see that especially in the first game, Loh played more cross nets on Alex's nets that often led to winners or great positions for Loh to attack. But as he began to focus more on playing box, Loh generally forgot to play the net, and hence, was unable to convert his defense into attack. If he had more fast to slow pace changes, the match would have been more one-sided in Loh's favor.
Look how quick he was there.
One thing that's very impressive is how strong Alex's mental is at the age of 19. Despite getting multiple warnings and a red card in the third game, he still managed to pull through and win. We cannot say the same about Loh Kean Yew, though. After watching this match a few times, we actually believe that Loh had the better badminton technique and strategies. Loh, however, fell short in the mental and physical game. A lot of people were complaining about Alex's stalling and delay tactics. This shouldn't be anything to complain about, though. If you are the better player, you'll win regardless of the breaks that your opponent takes. In fact, Alex taking these extra breaks means Loh has the same rest. Staying focused and not letting external factors bother you is part of the game. For Loh, we can clearly see mental instability in his game by looking at his gestures and movements after various errors. While these gestures may seem like a very small thing, it sends a signal of frustration or fatigue and pulls your mind out of the game to think about that frustration and fatigue. This is why Loh makes so many unforced errors that cost him the game. Props to Alex for keeping a strong mental in the final stages of the match. It's easy for us as spectators to say that Loh needs to work on his mental, but ultimately, what separates the great players from the good is their ability to play at their highest level, regardless of the situation. A good way to practice your mental fortitude is to practice not showing any signs of negative emotions like fatigue, frustration, or anger. It's definitely way harder than it sounds, but it's so important to have the mental toughness to make the split-second decision to hold your head high and keep going over sitting down to take a break. Hopefully, you learned a few things from this video. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on our future content. Leave a comment below on what you would like to see next.